What's up, guys? Welcome to this episode of Beers and Breakdowns. Today we're doing a pretty cool movie which has got some tactical craziness.
Yeah.
I think the whole movie is pretty crazy, to be honest with you.
Pretty chaotic for sure.
But in this one, stick around because we're actually going to try some of the stuff. and let me show you. At some point, this is coming into play.
Put it away. Stop. Stop it.
We're gonna reenact the video or the scene where he's got the suitcase and the knife fight, but it wouldn't be real if we just did a fake knife because I wouldn't be worried about getting hit with that. So we had to get something a little more intimidating. So we got this bad boy. This thing is terrifying.
I can't wait till that thing dies.
Now we're gonna jump into Bullet Train. How did you feel about this movie?
I thought it was chaos.
Yeah,
it was entertaining. It was just all over the place. There's a lot going on. It's a lot to take in and keep track of, but it was entertaining.
Yeah, one of the movies that we watched in preparation for this was Fury, and Brad Pitt just at his absolute finest. And then to come from Fury, rewatching Fury to this, I was like, I don't know if I like Brad Pitt acting like he's 15 years old.
Right.
But whatever. Had some good moments. I think it's a pretty cool movie. Let's jump in to Bullet Train.
Let's just leave your jacket open, let everyone have a good old look.
Yeah, I wonder when we see our
What the
time.
fuck is wrong with you? Pull your coat together so no one else notices them.
I think they'll notice the childish code names first, but if we're going to stick with fruit, why not apple or orange?
For me, that scene is just a complete rip-off of Snatch.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the two British guys with the accents talking about normal stuff. Abel said it best. It's like you're talking about normal stuff, but the accents make it really funny.
Right.
Like, I don't think you could possibly do any better than Jason Statham and Brad Pitt in Snatch. Mm-hmm. That movie was like perfect.
Yeah, the movie was awesome.
Perfectly done. And this seems like the C version of Snatch. It's not even the B version. It's like 2 steps down from Snatch. And to me, it's just forced with the constant back and forth about normal things that are supposed to sound funny because they have the accents.
Yeah, I love the accents though. It's whenever I see this, like I walk around all day, it's like, oh, what up, bro? Isn't it? Top of the morning.
Is that tangerine? And then his whole obsession with the trains the whole time.
Yeah.
There's so much in this movie that's just, to me, is just completely overdone. I think Bad Bunny killed it.
Bad Bunny, yeah, for sure.
I think the Wolf, I think his character is dope. I'm just a fan of Bad Bunny.
I was hoping he'd be around longer.
Yeah, I was kind of
this one scene.
I was kind of upset when he died because his character is really dope.
Right, yeah.
And he did a great job. That's the scene. So I was like, this whole scene is BS with the suitcase blocking the knife, then flipping the suitcase, and then trying to catch the knife
It's
in
all
the
style
handle.
points, man.
It was like, stop flipping the damn suitcase. So instead of just saying I think it's BS, that's why we got the shock knife and the suitcase. So you're about to see what we do if we try to reenact that scene. So let's go ahead and cut to that and see what happens. What's up, guys? So we're here in Colorado at my homie's house. We're doing beers and breakdowns. We just did a whole trip in Colorado, and we just did Bullet Train. We wanted to show you guys the fight scene between what is it, Bad Bunny?
Yep.
Bad Bunny, which you kind of look like. He's got a knife. And I'm going to use my briefcase to protect myself. Let's see what that would actually look like.
One, 2, 3.
Get the fuck out!
Bro, that was invigorating.
Alright, switch.
So, what do you mean switch?
Switch. Alright, here we go.
That wasn't part of the plan.
Go.
Let's go get the you almost got me in the face. It's just like, watch out for the guitar. All right, that's enough.
I said, on, bro.
He's like, all right, pause it. All right, so watch this. This whole scene is essentially Brad Pitt trying to get the other character into a guillotine.
Yeah.
And then he's just hugging his head. So basically what that would look like, so we're sitting next to each other, is I would have you in this a guillotine position like this,
Right.
where I can't finish the guillotine, and then you're just hugging me around like this. So essentially this is completely useless. A guillotine, I would need to get him all the way locked down, get it up, and then I would have to lift and stand up to get the guillotine. They're basically just hugging at this point. So like, they're just homies hugging.
Just hanging out on the train.
Yeah, it's like that whole scene of this like arm wrapped around was like.
But these are like professional assassins, though.
They're supposed to be professional assassins, and he's just hugging them. And he's literally, this guy just goes.
I just love how he's like, have the courage to listen. This dude, so who is this guy? This is Lemon or Tangerine?
This is Tangerine.
Dude, Tangerine gets fucked up in this movie.
Yeah, he gets his ass kicked the whole time. I think Tangerine.
All of them do, but yeah.
Yeah, I think Tangerine is one of my favorite characters in the movie. I think he's the most genuine about his character. I think Brad Pitt's like weird ladybug 15-year-old kid vibe. It doesn't work for me.
I don't mind it.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
And then
nothing
somehow them beating the shit out of each other, it doesn't have Karen alarmed at all. She's just like, shh,
It's a quiet car.
stop punching him in the face. It's a quiet car. And he's like, eat a
punch
bag
him
of dicks,
quieter.
Karen.
Yeah, I love that.
It's like this whole thing is weird that they're able to fight, beat the shit out of each other, hit each other in the face with laptops, and it's just one random Karen shushing.
Doesn't disrupt anybody else.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Like, oh, this is normal.
It's ridiculous.
And there's a dead guy.
Yeah.
The whole time.
No joke, right? Shot number 3.
Shot number 3.
I love when he punches the dead guy in the face. That shit's hilarious. He's like slowly falling over. He's like, wha-bam. That was awesome.
All right, so they're fighting. He ejects the mag. And it almost, to me, it seems like in the movie, they're like, oh, the gun's neutralized.
Yeah.
But they're still around in the chamber.
Right. All you did was drop the mag.
All right, so later you see him go back and he puts the mag back in, but it's almost like the vibe I got when I first watched it is like they're saying like the gun's neutralized, which is not the case.
Yeah, so he somehow presses the mag release fine. The mag drops and he has enough awareness to slap the mag.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, whatever. I think it dropping on the floor is probably enough. But so he releases the mag, but like Kurt said, they're still around in the chamber. So he can still shoot you in the face. He's at point blank range. So this whole scene of holding the gun and it's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
And it's like, why don't you just, grab that gun and then put your body weight into it, stand up on those seats and drive it into his face until you can pull the trigger and shoot him in the face. But you're trying to be quiet because you don't want Karen.
It's the quiet car.
Right, it's the quiet car.
And that gunshot is going to definitely break the rules. She's going to be pissed.
This whole scene, like this whole setup to me is weird. It's like all these assassins beating the shit out of each other, and then civilians are just completely oblivious to all of it.
Right.
It's like everything's normal except for them trying to kill each other.
And the fucking dead guy.
And the multiple dead guys.
They're like, oh, he's dead. Put glasses on him. Nobody will know.
No one will know. So you got one guy bleeding out of his eyes. You got one guy broken his neck after the knife fight. Bad Bunny's dead. So you got 2 people dead on this car.
Bodies all over this train.
Multiple fights happening at the same time. Some chick going around stabbing people. And everyone's just like, can't wait to get to my stop.
It just, it shows you like people, it's kind of like society now. Everybody's just like so focused on their own thing, like not knowing what's going on in the surroundings.
You know how many fights, how many video, like phones would be out trying to get on World Star as soon as they start punching each other?
Is that still a thing, World Star?
Is it? Is it not?
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't think it is anymore. As much as I think it's still there. I just don't think.
Back in the days, people start fighting like
World
Star.
That was a spot to see fights.
Yeah, for sure.
But now it's like Instagram and TikTok is a spot to see fights.
There you go. TikTok.
Why doesn't he just push it out of the door? It's just a...
What a dick. That was a dick move.
That was stupid. All right, pause it. That was dumb as shit. There's so much stupidity there.
You don't like the teddy bear silencer or suppressor?
Dude, that was dumb as shit. So first of all, the only thing blocking the door, from what I understand, is the golf club is shoved through the door handle.
And it's hitting the bag.
And so it's hitting the bag. So all he has to do is pop the golf club out of the door handle and it'll open.
Potentially.
So instead, he goes up and rips this girl's stuffed animal as she's sleeping, and somehow she stays sleeping because all the civilians on this train are high as balls on like Ambience just to go to sleep. So she stays sleeping even though her neck almost broke, and then he sticks his pistol into the stuffed animal as a silencer and then blasts it, and the whole idea is that he shoots the bag out of the way.
I think that's going to require a test. We're going to have to test this.
Yeah.
We need a gun, we need a stuffed animal.
We got plenty of guns in this house. So if you guys don't know, if you see the background's different, we're at my homie's house in Colorado. So Dr. Burkhart's here. He'll be in some future episodes, but we came to do some filming with him. We're staying at my homie's house, and trust me, we got plenty of guns.
Well, do we got stuffed animals?
And so all we need to do is find a stuffed animal and find one of his snub-nosed revolvers, and we could test this theory. And we will try to do that for you.
Somehow I don't think it's going to work.
I'm still going to plug my fucking ears because I bet that is still loud as shit. And this little girl sleeps through him shooting through this stuffed animal.
That's what we do. We wait till everybody's asleep tonight.
Yeah, and just start going in. Wow!
It didn't work.
Like, come on, man. That is the biggest load of crap. Like, we made silencers in that course that we did. And you take the water bottle, reinforce the water bottle, and then put slivers of towel in there. Like, you cut strips of towel. And for the baffling, and then you just kind of like lightly load it into the smart water bottle.
Okay.
But then you still have to have an adapter piece, which is pretty custom, to fit onto a threaded barrel for it to work. So
interesting.
It almost makes it.
How well did it work?
It worked really good. For 3 shots, you could not wear any ear pro.
Cool.
But the problem with that is, and what makes it illegal, so don't do this, is that the minute you make the piece that slides onto the threaded barrel, that's illegal.
Yeah.
You can't have that piece.
The ATF doesn't like that.
Right, but how many pistols have threaded barrels on them? Not many people's pistols have threaded barrels.
Right.
You know, I have one of my pistols, maybe 2 have threaded barrels, but those I've acquired over years, you know, like not many people are buying pistols and then put threaded barrels on them.
Right.
So you have to happen to have a threaded barrel, and then you have to happen to have this plastic piece that is tapped to fit onto your threaded barrel. And then that plastic piece then could be mounted to your smart water.
It's a lot of steps.
It's a lot of, it's that plastic piece step is too much work for most people to have it. But then the idea is that you just take the smart water bottle, you reinforce it with Gorilla Tape to make it as strong as possible so it lasts as many shots. You put baffling in it with cut up towels, and then it works great.
So what about the other movie myth or movie technique you always see with the pillow, shooting through the pillow? I think it's the same as this. I don't think it.
I don't think that would work at all because it's all the layers of baffling that it's going through that's quieting it.
Right.
But then it still needs some kind of containment, and I think that's why the smart water bottle works. Is because it's still containing all that noise within the water bottle. But there's only one way to find out.
There is.
We're gonna have to go out and test it. We'll use Abel's pillow.
Hey, I'm trying to sleep.
All right, so
It's fine if it works. Just stay asleep.
I don't want to die, Kurt. That was a really dark joke.
it's like, yeah, this suppressor is dope, but I have to make this piece that I can't make. I don't have a tap.
These fucking people. And this guy.
All right, I don't know about you guys, but to me, Asian gangsters are the least threatening people I've ever seen in my entire life.
Maybe these Asian gangsters.
These Asian
I've
gangsters.
seen some other like documentaries where they're actually pretty intimidating. These guys
are 0%
it's like
intimidating.
Michael
Like,
Jackson music video or something.
I've been more worried about women at Walmart than I am about these group of guys. These
And then he also steps off the train, lights his cigarette, takes one hit, and then throws it.
Yeah, come on, man. I don't know what they were trying to do with these like weird, long-haired. Like one of them's got a mullet. Like, bro, no one does mullets anymore. Like you look ridiculous.
You know, it's Japan. They're ahead in the fashion scene.
Dude, I'm not one of these assassins. I would have walked out and be like, I will fight all four of you. And I feel like
Look at all the studs on his jacket, though.
like I feel like I got pretty good chances against all four of you. You look like 14-year-old kids on a Halloween party. Like there's zero intimidation factor at all going on with this group, dude.
Where's my fucking case?
Dude, this is what's bothering me about fighting scenes in movies recently. I don't know if it's John Wick theme or what,
right.
But it's like fighting with furniture.
Oh, yeah.
It's like nobody fights anymore. Everyone's just like, what can I pick up to hit this guy with?
Open the shelf or the cabinet.
Yeah,
Hit him in the face.
hit him with a cabinet. Hit him with this thing. Hit him with the charcuterie board. It's like hit him with the block of cheese. It's always hit him with something. The
Right.
entire movie, hit him with the laptop. Hit him with the briefcase. Everything they're doing for fighting is picking up an item to hit him with. Like, I guarantee when we go, and like tomorrow we're going to link up with Cody Donovan from High Altitude, and he trains UFC fighters. He was a UFC fighter. He never tells people to hit someone with something. Like,
Well, I mean, granted, in the octagon, there's nothing to hit him with.
but I promise you that if they were to get into a fight in their house, he wouldn't dump all of his techniques and start picking up charcuterie
Maybe that's
boards.
what UFC should do. They should have like different locations. Like this fight's in a kitchen. This fight's in, a hardware store.
It's like Adesanya is going to use a charcuterie board to snap the shit out of his opponent's neck.
You're like, oh damn!
He sets
the
up-
cheese.
It's like coming in with a book. Like you got to fight in a library. Like how many books can
But
you
you
use
gotta be
to
quiet.
kick his
You gotta
ass?
be quiet though.
Dude, it's ridiculous. It's like John Wick, the same thing. Grabs a book, hits him with the book, hits him in the throat with the book.
Yeah.
Everything lately about these movies is what can you grab to hit someone with?
I mean, John Wick was an awesome franchise, so they're just trying to.
Replicate that. But it's like at the end of the day, real fighters know how to do real moves that don't require kitchen appliances. Like right before this scene cuts, they start grabbing coffee pots and they're gonna hit him with a coffee pot, and it's like, why don't you punch him? Kick him in the nuts, poke him in the eyes.
Again, it's the
Put him in a rear
creativity.
naked choke. Put an arm bar, snap his arm. Do a takedown, and then beat his ass on the ground once he's down on the ground.
Sure.
Do an ankle lock.
I did like how they had the little intermission when the oblivious, like whatever she is, stewardess or whatever came through.
Doesn't care that two people are fighting in her.
First off, why are
freestyle
you
space.
in? Why are you here?
This
You
is
shouldn't be
employees
here.
only.
You're bleeding.
Yeah. You guys are clearly fighting. You destroyed the cabinets. You punched through like 6 of my fucking cabinets.
To his credit, he was like, "All right, I'll pay for it."
That was a nice of him to do. I hope that movies start to get away from what could we hit each other with? Like, I don't know. There's a tire on the floor. I'm gonna hit you with that. Like, dude, just do fighting techniques. Learn fighting moves and use them. Shit looks ridiculous. Like, why would you take a cart and push it into him? And then he blocked it with his feet. It's like, oh, you didn't see that coming, did you?
Oh, I got feet.
Like, oh, Captain fucking obvious here. I'm just gonna do this. What are you gonna do? And then he stopped. He's like, oh, I didn't see that foot
shit.
coming. You weren't supposed to put your foot there, man. Like, come on, this shit's getting dumb.
Do you guys see that one?
Do like 24/20.
That one thing that's going around on Instagram. It's something like, would you give up lasagna or blowjobs? It's like, oh, blowjobs every day. They hurt my mouth. There's like two guys, and one guy's like, yeah, it hurts my mouth. They're like, what the fuck? This guy looks like he has powers. Oh, you dead, son? I got a story about this. Oh.
What a shit show way to try to kill somebody.
Soup sandwich.
Soup sandwich. So I'm a small female who's going against a massive male. I'm going to throw a bag over his head and then hold on to the bag, and he's just going to go,
I can't breathe.
and not just go, what is it, Cop and a Half? One of my favorite movies growing up. He goes, what comes after L? And he goes, what? And he goes, bow. Don't you get it? Elbow. Wham! Hits him in the nuts. I love that scene. Dude, that was the best movie ever. Why doesn't that big dude just elbow this chick in the guts? He could hold his breath for 30 seconds.
He went down pretty quick, too.
Dude, he just immediately
like,
went down. So not only is she trying to suffocate him, then she just pulls out a knife and cuts his throat. Why didn't you just cut his throat?
Just lead with that.
Lead with that. What's up with the bag? I would have walked up behind him and said, good night. Problem solved. That was the dumbest way to try and go about it.
Dude, as a kid, I used to practice that scenario where I'd take a plastic bag and put it over my head. Because it was like, all right, I see it in movies, like if someone does this, can I defeat it? And so like I would try to like suck in so hard that it would rip the bag, or like suck in and try to bite it with my teeth, or poke my tongue through it, like try to find ways to defeat it. None of them worked.
Not really sexual.
None of them none of them worked. So
you died in all the scenarios?
Yeah.
All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that episode. Just know we got a ton going for you guys. We're not just doing the mentor program, even though that's going, and it's going amazing. We have multiple tiers, all the way from one-on-one mentorship down to $25 a month if you just want to support the channel and support what we're doing. We have the ruck trainer that we're working on mass producing, so we have hundreds of them and not just 50 at a time. That's going to be dropping real soon. We got the ruck safety kit that's about to be dropping, and we also have AR670-1 boots that are in the design phase and are designed by somebody who worked at Reebok for over 20 years, and they're amazing. There is no better boot for selection than the ones that we have designed, and they're perfectly designed for foot swell. They're zero drop, they're sick, they're going to be amazing, and we're probably going to give you guys a chance to help us out to fund those through crowdsourcing, which will give you access to them early and allow you to give us feedback so we can make changes as we go, and you will have the ability to change our boots and help us make the best boot in the military, hands down. So lots of stuff coming your way. Make sure you sign up for the email list so you don't miss any new stuff coming out, and we'll see you guys on the next one.